নমস্কার, গুড ইভিনিং, শুভ সন্ধ্যা। ফেস টু ফেসে জিমি টাংরিকে স্বাগত।
Namaskar and thank you so much for having me.
লকডাউন চলছে, মিনি লকডাউন। আমরা দুজনের বাড়িতে বসে হোম স্টুডিও ফেস টু ফেস এই শোটি 18ই নভেম্বর শুরু হয়েছিল। প্রতি বুধবার সন্ধ্যে 7টায় হয়। বিভিন্ন পেশায় যুক্ত যারা সমাজের সঙ্গে থেকে অনেক রকম কাজ করেন, তাদের পেশা দিয়ে মানুষকে মোটিভেট করেন, উদ্বুদ্ধ করেন, তাদের নিয়েই আমরা প্রতি বুধবার একটি করে শো চালু রেখেছি। এছাড়াও বিশেষ শো, কখনো ইলেকশন, কখনো সঙ্গীত, তার উপরেও আমরা শো করে চলেছি। আজকে আমাদের সঙ্গে আছেন জিমি টাংরি, যিনি একটি কলকাতা শহরে রেডিও ওয়ার্ল্ডে শুধু নয়, সারা ভারতবর্ষের রেডিও জগতে এইরকম ব্যারিটোনওয়ালা মানুষ আমরা খুব কম দেখেছি। কিন্তু এই আশাটা রেডিও জগতে আকস্মিকভাবে, অর্থাৎ ক্যালকাটা সুইমিং অ্যাসোসিয়েশনে 1980 সালে তার কোনো একটি ফাংশনে হঠাৎ করে ডাক পাওয়া, তারপর তাজ বেঙ্গলের ইনকগনিটোতে ডিজে হিসেবে যাত্রা শুরু করা, এবং তারপর টাইমস এফএম এ 1994 সালে রেডিও জকি হিসেবে তার আত্মপ্রকাশ। আস্তে 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 তিনি এই মুহূর্তে 91.9 ফ্রেন্ডস এফএম এর হেড কলকাতা শহরে। এবং আমি আরো অনেক কথা আমরা আজকের গল্পে কথা বলবো। এই বলে আমি জিমি টাংরিকে আরেকবার স্বাগত জানাচ্ছি আমাদের এই ফেস টু ফেসে।
Thank you so much, Soumyajit. It's such a pleasure face to face with you. মানে টেকনোলজি এরকম অ্যাডভান্স হয়ে গেছে, and thanks to also pandemic we are able to engage and interact not only face to face in reality but face to face virtually, and আমরা বাড়িতে বসে পুরো ওয়ার্ল্ড আমাদেরকে দেখছে, আমাদেরকে শুনছে। So it's such a beautiful moment where we can connect, we can engage, we can come close, we can share, we can care. প্রচুর সব একসাথে, and আজকে তো ফেস টু ফেস আপনার সঙ্গে, it's really an honor. Thank you.
আমরা জিমি টাংরির ওপর একটা ছোট্ট প্রতিবেদন তৈরি করেছি, কিছু ছবি, কিছু ধ্বনি দিয়ে সেই অডিও ভিজুয়ালটাকে আমাদের একটু দেখাতে অনুরোধ করছি।
Wow, it's going to be a surprise for me also. That's beautiful, lot of memories.
Yes. আমরা আজকে শো এর নাম দিয়েছি ডাইরেক্ট দিল সে না, কারণ ডাইরেক্ট দিল সে এটা একটা বোধহয় জিমি টাংরির ইন্টেলেকচুয়াল প্রপার্টি হয়ে গেছে নিজের নামের সঙ্গে এই ব্র্যান্ডটা। সেই জন্য আজকের শো এর নাম হচ্ছে দিল সে। আমি প্রথমেই টাইম মেশিনে চড়ে I will take Jimmy Tangree to 1980, এবং I am resetting his position right now at 91.9 Friends FM. If you are taken back to 1980, resetting the button right now, what will be your dream choice, right? Please tell us.
Well, my dream choice is very, very clear. Even if you reset the button back to when I started in the beginning of 1983, you know, those days my love for music and all about music would have connected something to do with music. You know, though I was family business, sob chilo okhane, but aajke I'm in this line because my love for music, and that love will always remain there. 83 theke mane much before 83 I had my love for music. So actually, if you see, in 83 by mistake, literally by mistake, I got into DJing, and then again it happened that I just happened to get into radio. It was not that I was pursuing a career ki ami bollo na amake eta korte hobe ami erom korbo. No, it just happened. And my parents, my family was so supportive. And I remember my dad and mom telling me, do what you love and love what you do. If you're loving it, if you're enjoying it, go ahead and do it. And it just took off. No one to teach us, no one to guide us. There was nothing of that sort. Aajke to vibhinno courses ache, there are a lot of options. Today, every locality has a DJ with the best of equipment. Amra jokhon start koreche, I remember I started with 6 audio cassettes, a cosmic amplifier, a cosmic cassette deck, a Sonodyne cassette deck, and 4 cosmic speakers. There was no mixers, nothing. I mean, so, somewhere I appreciate ki amra ekটু difficult থেকে start করেছে. আমাদের learning phase টা প্রচুর difficult ছিল. No one to teach us. We used to experiment, we used to try out, but the passion used to be there. The music used to be there. And I think ওটাই আমাদেরকে push on করে today, after nearly, I would say 38 years since I started DJing. And it's been over 27 years since I've been in radio. I think it's not about just being successful. It's not about being, very well known. It's about enjoying the work you do. And if you love your work, doesn't matter who you are. You may be a small person or a big person. If you love your work, no one can stop you from being successful.
অসাধারণ। আপনি তো একজন মোটিভেশনাল স্পিকার, আমরা দেখেছি বিভিন্ন ফোরামে। আমার প্রশ্নটা হচ্ছে, ইউ আর অ্যাবসলিউটলি a radio man, and can you live a single day without radio?
See, there are 2 ways of looking at it. Radio has become a part of life, but the radio does not only mean getting on air. Radio does not mean only ki ami on air thakte hobe amaderke. Now, radio means doing so much behind the scenes also. Strategizing, connecting, helping, developing, innovating. And প্রচুর কিছু আছে. Just being a radio jockey, that doesn't mean, okay, bhalo voice আছে, bhalo গান বাজাচ্ছে, হয়ে গেল. I say that is just the beginning of being radio jockey. Radio jockey is all about, the mantra of radio is all about connecting. The mantra of radio is all about engaging. The mantra of radio is all about making a difference. And let me tell you, it's not necessary that you have to be always on air to make a difference. Hote pare heart-to-heart conversations, hote pare with a group of friends, hote pare collecting friends together and going onto the street and making a difference. So I think overall, আমাদের life, we are all human beings. We are passionate about what we do. But I think radio somewhere makes you a better human being, connects you with hundreds and thousands and lakhs of people, and gives you the reality of what life is. প্রচুর story আসে, প্রচুর thought process আসে. Then you realize that it's not about just sitting and saying hoo-ha. It's about engaging and making a difference. And that's what radio is all about. You don't have to be popular. You don't have to be, aajke erom hoye geche ki people look at 5 million followers, 10 million followers. Baba, what up China? People will appreciate you if you make a difference in life. People will appreciate you if you can change one life. People will appreciate you also if you make them happy. Simple. Today, I think people require to be happy. Situations of pandemic, situations of yash, onek kichu ache. But mentally people are down. So I think somewhere as radio jockeys, as a radio person, we connect. We change the mood. We make people happy. We make a difference in people's life. Not that we give them lakhs and crores of rupees, but we just speak our words. And words can make so much of a difference in life. And connecting with people. They want someone they need to talk to. They have a story to share. So you should be there to listen to them. It's not just as, no, I'm a radio jockey. No, I am like anybody. I am like anybody out there. It's just that I'm sitting on a seat and speaking, and it's very, very important, as I again say it, and I always will say, the mantra of radio is not just a sexy voice and music. The mantra of radio is to connect, to engage, and at least bring about some happiness in people's lives.
Thank you very much. We were talking about radio. So 1936, June 8 was the first news bulletin from All India Radio. Bahujan Hitaya, Bahujan Sukhaya. That is the main theme of All India Radio. And it has 470 broadcasting stations, coverage of 92% of the country, 99.19% population coverage, and 23 language almost, and 179 dialects. And at this juncture, how do you see the prospects, growth, and the scenario of FM in India?
See, let me put it across. I'll give you a small example. I still remember 1994, private FM started in Calcutta. I still remember 26th of July. I did the first ever private FM broadcast from the All India Radio studios. I had never seen a studio before. That day, I was told, ki kache satta shomay tomar show start hobe, call timeout. You come and you start the show. So I said, fine. আমি গেল স্টুডিওতে, অল ইন্ডিয়া রেডিও স্টুডিওতে। ফার্স্ট টাইম আই এম সিইং এ স্টুডিও ইন মাই লাইফ এন্ড মাই শো ইজ সাপোজড টু স্টার্ট উইদিন হাফ অ্যান আওয়ার 45 মিনিটস। আমি ভিতরে গেল, ওখান থেকে there was a engineer from Delhi and the engineer from Delhi said, so I asked him, bhai kya karna hai? He said, kuch nahi karna hai, aap slider upar utha ke baat kariye. So I said, bhai, sounds easy, let me start off. I still remember that, I'll never forget in my life. 7 o'clock, the top of the hour, which is the signature tune, came on, and after the signature tune, I remember I just said 2 words. I don't remember what I said. Good morning. I mean, I don't remember now, but I didn't realize my voice was so powerful. Puro view meters to ready chole gelo. The mixer tripped, the transmitter tripped, and after 2 words, I was off air for 1 minute. That's how my first ever live broadcast started. Now I'd like to say, in July to December, I remember before private FM came in, FM reach in Calcutta and surroundings, FM has 80-90 kilometers of reach, was 3.6 lakhs. After private FM came in, by December, 6 মাসের মধ্যে, the listenership, the people listening to FM rose to 26.6 lakhs as per those days surveys. So we have made a difference. Today, FM is every day developing more and more, attracting more and more people, especially during last 1 year of the pandemic. Radio reached every nook and corner. Radio is all about connecting, as I said. Radio is all about being live and real. Ami ekta show record kore bajabo, it's useless. You need to connect. You need to say hi to the listeners. You need to take names. I have Arijit Banerjee, Manav Soni, Abhishek Ganguly, Mahashweta Sen, Mariam Martin Lewis, Chandranath Chattopadhyay, everybody, Shubhajit Ray, everybody watching us right now. And Mr. Lewis, thank you so much for the kind words. So this is all about connecting, Mr. Mahapatra, and you're doing it so well. And you're doing it on a platform which is visual, and we are talking. So I say FM is got the world and the life ahead. Procure opportunities, procure prospects, and procure innovation and differentiation as we move forward.
দারুণ, প্রচুর লোক দেখছে, অনেক রিমার্কস লিখছে, আমরা সেগুলো নিয়ে পরে কথা বলবো। এ রেডিও ক্যানট সাস্টেইন উইদাউট বিজনেস অলসো, I mean revenue also. So
Absolutely.
now people are advertising, organizations are advertising. We have television, print, digital, hoarding, email, SMS, WhatsApp, jingle. So why the advertisers will choose FM station over others?
Okay. Let's put the concept of radio. I'll give you a small example. Suppose a client wants to have a huge contest. He's saying, I want to organize a contest where I need to engage. Paper একটা বড় ad বের করলো for the contest, participate, সব কিছু ওখানে দিয়ে দিল. How do you participate? You cut the ad, you cut a piece of paper, fill up your name, answer the question and send it down. ঠিক আছে, I'm just giving an example. Hoarding it, the same thing. আমি রোজ দেখেই যাচ্ছে. Whether I participated, not participated, I don't know. Television, very nice. প্রচুর broad contest হচ্ছে. Please SMS your right answer, and you get a message. We have received the answer. We'll let you know in time. Digital. You put a post. You may have one person replying. You may have 1 lakh people replying. You may have somebody replying after half an hour. You may have someone replying after 1 hour. Now we come to radio. 7 o'clock today, you started the show. I'm just saying, if 7 o'clock I go on to radio and announce a contest and ask a question, in that 1 hour, I will receive thousands and thousands of answers instantaneously on real time. And by the end of 8 o'clock, within 1 hour, I will have the answer, the right answers, the winner's name declared, and I will have a database of thousands and thousands of people who have participated. Now tell me, I have compared the main mediums today. Radio is so powerful, it can instantaneously give a reaction, it can instantaneously give data, it can instantaneously engage. And at the end of it also, you get everything. So I feel today, the innovation radio does, like Ami Akun Barite Boshe, I'm just saying, suppose for example, you said, Barite Boshe Ami mineral water khache, and I just hold the bottle and I sip it. It's visible. Can you aajkal Amra 91.9 Friends FM, we are not only on radio, we are on Facebook live streaming 24 hours. Today, radio, according to me, is the most powerful media of not only brand awareness, about engaging, integrating, interacting, and getting close to the consumer or the listener, whichever way you look at it.
Right. That is why Jimmy Tangree, you take him anywhere, he will swim, maybe a river, maybe, ocean also. Thank you very much, Jimmy. And my next question, where I ended, I mentioned jingle. And right now, I will say, I will just give you a little about jingles. McDonald's, I'm loving it. A Kit Kat, give me a break. Subway, $5 footlong. Huggies, I'm a big kid now. What jingle you'd like to add here after this?
See, one thing is, each one of these jingles, you shared a line at the tagline chilo. I'd just like to add one Indian sound effect. One Indian sound effect which people still remember, and that is audio. Ting, 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 ting. Can you tell me which ad was that?
I'm unable to recollect.
Okay, now we have a lot of people watching it. I want anybody, if they can send a message and let us know this particular ad, ting, 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 it became a synonymous line. It became a synonymous sound. If anybody can tell me the ad out of the guests watching us, I'm going to personally dial out to you and take you on radio when I go live on air. Let's see how many people guess it. Now that comes in my mind. You know,
fantastic, fantastic innovation and interaction with the audience.
Absolutely. Let's see if someone actually does it, and I'm sure someone will do it.
Yeah. So we should we bet Britannia?
Yes. Manav Soni said Britannia. Absolutely right. It was ting, 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 ting. That small tune itself, you didn't have to say the word. You didn't have to give a line.
So
they knew
Manav Soni, you are fortunate. Jimmy will take you to Friends studio, 91.9 Friends studio. I was also not having the idea that Jimmy, I told you, unpredictable man. He is not only a radio man, he is an unpredictable man. Idea is always coming here and there. That is Jimmy Tangree. Sure.
Like for example, Friends FM. Friends FM, you know, when I joined Friends FM in 2014, we worked around. We came with the line. Now people say, you know, I am this, I am that. Pocho tagline Koreora. Excellent. Friends said, we are a radio station for the people, for the friends. So our tagline is frequency friends ki. 91.9 Friends FM is for the people, for the friends. And we had a lovely small line. If you have a story to share, we are listening. Ulta style. Generally, radio jockeys on a kotha bole. And listeners don't talk so much. We put the ulta side. We said, we will not talk. You share your stories with us. You talk and we'll be listening to you. So there's a various ways of connecting, you know. You can connect with words. You can connect with music. You can connect with thoughts. You can make a difference to people's lives. That's what radio is all about. Please,
right. And we will take up the questions, some encouragement, some questions. Mahashata Sen, I personally think that radio is non-invasive. It lets you do your thing while sending its message to you. One can drive, one can walk, one can cook and still listen to the radio. Yeah, thank you, Mahashata Sen from Imami. And it's wonderful that you are watching this show. And let's have more comments from Facebook and YouTube. Please show us.
There's a lot of people. Mala Das Gupta also said, "Is this the Britannia ad?" Okay, Abhishek Kabuli says, radio through FM has truly become two-way communication, where you connect with the individual audience and get his feedback immediately. No other medium can give you this. Try it out, not even digital. Mani, jodi ami Facebook live e jabo, tar reactions will come immediately because people are watching me. But if I have to post a message, reaction will take time. I can't believe it, Mr. Mahapatra. You're having so many people watching, so many questions coming.
Gurumukh Singh Bawa from Delhi. What is the future of radio in the light of podcast? He was with,
I would love to answer this.
Please answer.
Mr. Gurumukh Singh Bawa, beautiful question asked. Now, I'd just like to give a little history about podcast. Podcasting started in 2004. That was about nearly 17 years ago. Now, how did the word podcasting come up? You know, Apple introduced something called the iPods, you know, where you used to listen to music. And best part of the show is they give you an opportunity to record your voice with anything you want to say. So if I had a story to share, I would record and upload it into the Apple side of the podcast. And people can listen, people can download, and people can engage. Now, look at radio. Radio is all about music. Radio is all about live and reality. Very few podcasts are live. Okay, it's all recorded content. It's great. Ami ekta bhalo poetry bolchi. I create a series of podcasts which is on amazing poetry. I can create a series of podcasts which have amazing motivational lines. So I can listen to it. I don't think podcasts will ever affect radio, because radio will grow, radio will engage, radio will adapt, radio will be fresh with new music coming up, and it will actually make a difference, because you never know what the RJ is saying. You never know who the RJ is connecting with. You never know who the listener is going to be calling in. So it's a very dynamic, engaging line. Podcast is ek hate tali baja. Radio is clapping with two hands. Podcast, I'm listening to it. I feel nice. I don't feel nice. But radio, I'm listening to it. If I feel nice, I engage with it.
Yeah. So many people are asking questions. Let me have a 20-second break and we will come back again in the show.
নমস্কার, সৌম্যজিৎ আপনাদের স্বাগত জানাচ্ছে ফেস টু ফেস সৌম্যজিতে। এই শোটি যদি আপনাদের ভালো লাগে, আপনারা ফেসবুক পেজ ফেস টু ফেস সৌম্যজিৎ লাইক করবেন, শেয়ার করবেন, আর সঙ্গে ভুলবেন না ইউটিউব চ্যানেল আই কমিউনিকেশনস সাবস্ক্রাইব করবেন, বেল বাটনটি প্রেস করবেন ইনস্ট্যান্ট নোটিফিকেশন পাওয়ার জন্য।
We have come back after this break and we will start with the name Amin Sani, Binaka Geet Mala. I think we should remember that person and personality in this kind of show who made popular this radio space, and I will ask Jimmy to give some reaction on this Amin Sani and his efforts in making radio popular.
Well, let me tell you, way back when I was with another station, Amin Sayani used to do a lot of shows on the station. I personally met Amin Sayani ji face to face on 3 occasions. A wonderful human being, connecting from the heart. And honestly, I think iconic in such a way that if anybody associates radio from those days, the first name comes to mind is Amin Sayani ji. If you talk about RJs, he was one of the few RJs, or maybe the only RJ. Today we are called RJs. Those days they were called announcers. Still in many places, radio announcers.
Or presenters.
He actually created, a beautiful, engaging concept in terms of a Binaka Geet Mala. where he used to interview everybody. And that show today also, if it's played out, it's still so popular. And I think the importance is, again, connecting. Though it was a recorded show, but he was connecting. People remembered him. Today, radio's advanced, high-tech, computerized, digital backup. Today you can call out from anywhere in the world. Like Friends FM is actually on Facebook Live. Mr. Mahapatra, if you actually look at it, I'd just like to share something, which of course, which I think it's important for everybody to see. Now, while we are talking, Mr. Mahapatra,
Yes.
what I was talking to you about radio, being engaging, radio being live, radio being real, and also, I'd like to say, radio being on Facebook.
Yes.
You can hear the song, you can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
me
yeah,
on
yeah.
24/7 live. This is what
Right.
it is about today also. So we are on air. We are on air. We are on digital. We are streaming live on Facebook. We are streaming live on YouTube. So just
Right.
see the way radio is developing. Television doesn't affect us. Media, in terms of papers, it has its own innovation.
Yeah.
Podcasting, vodcasting doesn't affect us because
Already,
radio is refreshing and new every second the way we go about with it.
Radio was relevant earlier. Radio is still relevant in the 21st century, and radio will be relevant against the backdrop of artificial intelligence also. Shilpita Mitro Sengupta, we are really fond of you and your station. It is growing each day. The best part of your show is it enriches us with lots of positivity at this hour of global crisis. And I think maximum comments are coming in this 28th episode when we started on 18th November 2020. I think because of you only so many people are participating today. It is Jimmy Tangree. Now, hypothetically, I will make Jimmy Tangree mayor for Kolkata for one day. Because he was connecting people. And during his earlier stint in another radio station and this radio station, I remember during winter, he used to give leadership for the pavement dwellers and used to distribute several winter garments and I think kumbals. So you are made hypothetically mayor of Kolkata. Now, what will be your 2, 3, or 4 wishes you would like to undertake for Kolkata?
See, first of all, Mr. Mahapatra, it's been over the last 15 years we've been distributing blankets. Leaving out last year, because of the pandemic, we have been distributing blankets every year. Guess what? Blankets, warm clothes, it's not just us. We appeal to the listeners, and listeners bring in tons and tons of blankets and clothes to the office. And we go on a December cold night and distribute it. See, I would believe in one thing. Every city has its problems. Today, the mayor himself is doing a brilliant job, let me tell you. Even if I have to think of 4 things, I will never be able to touch him the way he's doing his good job. Firstly, I think in the current situation, I would create a very positive vibe using media, engaging with people because of the pandemic. That's the first thing. And married to that, I will ensure that we can do so much, whether it be vaccinations, whether it be providing support, because the people of Kolkata are so warm-hearted. আমি অনেক দেখেছি, প্রচুর গ্রুপস এসে গেছে, প্রচুর হেল্প যাচ্ছে. You cannot depend every time only on the government. I'll tell you, for example, if the streets of Calcutta and the drainage system of Calcutta have a capacity to handle 1 lakh liters of water daily, and যদি 5 lakh লিটারের বৃষ্টি হয়ে যায়, it is very normal that the streets will get flooded. So this is where I think as a mayor, if I had my way, I would get people coming together with the administration, each para to para, making a difference. আমি বলছি না কি আমরা পুরো চেঞ্জ করে দেব. They say bund bund mile to ocean ho sakta hai. Secondly, Very important thing. I don't want anybody on the streets of Calcutta to go hungry. No one should go hungry. Because trust me, Mr. Mahapatra, even for 5 hours, if we don't get food to eat, we do jhatpat all over the place. Imagine those poor people. Imagine parents. Now, I'll tell you, I'll give you one example. When we were distributing blankets, Mr. Mahapatra, I saw a sight. I had tears in my eyes. We went on the pavement and we were distributing blankets, and a couple was sleeping with a thin cloth, very, very thin cloth, which was not even a cloth, and they were literally shivering. And then in a cardboard box, which was reasonable size, I saw the cardboard box moving a little. So I was curious. I opened the cardboard box and I saw two small babies sleeping inside. The parents had put those babies inside the cardboard box with little opening. Ki ora actu Goram thake. Another case I saw, a mother and a father keeping the small baby in the center so that they could give body to body heat. I've seen sights. I mean, I'm not that big guy who I can't make a difference. But one thing I've seen, and as a radio person, when the city of Calcutta and when the city of joy and the people come together, I've seen the difference being made. Whether it be warm clothes, whether it be reaching out to clean a particular area, whether it be during pandemic to ensure that a gentleman who, last year I remember, a gentleman had sent a message in. His 2-month-old kid didn't have milk. They didn't have food in the house. I appealed on air and immediately Calcutta responded. I still remember Satnam Singh Ahluwalia ji responded. Next day, food reached him, milk reached him. Kolkata police supported. This is what I call a warm and close city. It's not me who makes the difference. It is the people who come together and spread the warmth and making a difference. This is why I say today I'm here. Tomorrow Upparwala may call me up. But if God ever asks me, Jimmy, where would you like to be reborn? The first thing and the last thing which will come to my mouth is, God, if you're sending me back to earth, I would like to be reborn in Kolkata. Because this is a city not only of joy, but the city of warmth, the city of feel. And I'm so proud. Prochur amar offers eseche across the country and also going abroad. But no way.
We know that.
I love the city and I want to be a part of the city always to my last breath.
I add another 2-3 words. Kolkata, your love. Kolkata, your home. Kolkata, lastly, your everything.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Right. So we met Chimi Tangree, hypothetically mayor, and so many questions are coming. People are even during the live show, they are liking the statements you are giving. Now we will ask 2-3 examples during this eventful years of heart-to-heart conversion, direct Dil Se. Today our show is Dil Se. So tell us some peculiar questions. Those may be depressing, those may be full of joy. How did you receive those questions at odd hours of the day, and how did you react? And
Absolutely.
I think I remember you told one story that you saved one girl also who was about to end.
It was a guy, and that same story, that same story also to some extent was used in the movie Conto, which was all about.
Right, I will come to Conto. We are showing in the scrolling that your role in the Conto. Yes,
no, trust me, I can't act to save my life. But Shiva Prasad and Nandita Dee were so nice to guide and help me to be a part of the movie because it is all about radio. Now, I would like to share 2-3 stories.
Right.
Now, let me tell you, there are so many stories on my show, which started in 26th of September, 1996. I joined radio in 1994. Direct Dil Se, first it was called Email. 26 September 1996. Then it became Britannia Little Hearts, Love is in the Air. Then it became Britannia Little Hearts, Direct Dil Se. Then it became, Direct Dil Se, and then again, it is Direct Dil Se right here, on Friends FM. So it's been going on for a long time. Couple of stories I'd like to share. One story I still remember, the show was from 9 to 3 those days. And 1:30 in the night, I received a call. And we receive all live calls. We don't quick edit. We don't record. We don't, sajao it and play it out. We receive it live and real. Call kori chilo ekta chele chilo. The first word he said, Jimmy, I don't want to live anymore. I mean, at 1:30 in the night, sometimes you also tend to get a little tired also.
Yes.
Suddenly someone phones you up live on air, say, I don't want to live anymore. So I asked him, I said, what is the problem? So he said, Ki Kolbo, my father's so busy in his business. My mother's busy in her kitty parties. I have a sister who's on her own trip. I'm alone. আমি বাড়িতে অনেক lonely and alone feel করে. So I said, what about college? What about school? Because I think he was studying in class 12 or 1 year or first year. So he told me, Jimmy, যদি বাড়িতে আমার বন্ধু থাকে না, কলেজ তো কি করে? There's no friend in the family. I mean, college doesn't make a difference. Now, when he was talking, I was hearing a lot of hawa and breeze. So I asked him, I said, Baba, tumi kothay? Where are you? I can hear a lot of air and a lot of breeze blowing. So what he told me next literally gave me a heart attack. He said, Jimmy, I'm standing on the 4th floor ledge of my building, looking down 4 floors and talking to you. So I was zapped. So then I carried on talking with him, and then suddenly in between he says, nah, it's okay. I said, no, it's okay. I said, even I've gone through this process of feeling lonely. We all get affected, please. After 16 minutes of live conversation on air, I mean, at 2 minutes, people switch off the radio and go to a next station. 16 minutes of conversation on air. I convinced him, brought him back to his room after 16 minutes. And that was nearly 20 years ago, Mr. Mahapatra, 25 years maybe. It was 23, 24 years ago. Today, I have to say one thing. That gentleman and me are the best of friends. That gentleman is one of the top lawyers in the Calcutta High Court, making a difference to people's lives. And we still meet, we still engage, and we still talk. And another story I'd like to share. And these are all true, real stories. One day I got a call from the girl again. Amar songe to ratri belai hoy. 1:30 in the night. She was depressed. She was crying. She was saying, Jimmy, I'm feeling very sad. So I said, what happened? So she said, there's my neighbor. Ami complex e thake. Amar neighbor ache. We know since we were 3-4 years old. We've been staying in the building. So he told her that I'm going to see a girl tomorrow. So because of that, she became depressed. I could understand where it was going. So I asked her, Mani, your friend, you should be happy. He's going to see a girl. If he gets married, you should congratulate him. She said, no, I'm not feeling nice about it. So I said, do you like him? She said, of course I like him. He's a friend of mine. I said, do you more than like him? She got angry. How can you ask me such questions live on air? I said, no, but you're depressed. You're feeling down. You don't like what you're hearing. And then you have to tell me. She said, I think so. I said, nah, think so bolbe na. Hai ki na? She said, yes. I said, do you love him? Ekdom chachiye dilo live on air. How can you ask me such a question? I said, do you love him? I said, just tell me yes. She said, yes. And she burst out crying, saying, Jimmy, I don't know what to do. I said, Tumi ekta kaj koro. It's 1:30 in the night. He's going to see his girl tomorrow. He's going to see the girl tomorrow. Give him a call and speak your heart out over the phone. Let him know. Maximum he'll say no, he likes to only be a good friend. Who knows what can happen? After 45 minutes, she called me back again, sounding very happy. So she said, I want to tell you what happened. I said, tell me. She said, আমি ওকে ফোন করো বললো কি তুমি টেরেসে এসে যাও. I want to tell you something. So I told her, 1:30 সময় 2টা সময় একটা ছেলেকে টেরেসে ডাকছো. What will people think if they saw you? She saying, no, you listen to me. She had gone up to the terrace earlier. She was standing. You walk up the stairs and you enter from the door. She was standing there. The minute he came out, she just blurted out. She's saying, I'm totally in love with you and I want you to be my life partner. For 30 seconds, that man kept quiet. She got worried. And then after that, he said the most beautiful thing, she said, which was music to my ears. He said, I had the same feelings about you, but I was too scared to tell you because I thought that would ruin the friendship. Today, they are married, settled in life with 3 children. And the last story I want to share, which sends a shiver up my spine, which is unbelievable. 2 years ago, in June, February, December or February sometime, I received a call from a girl. She was from Calcutta, but working in Bengaluru. তো আমাকে ওখান থেকে ফোন করে বলেছে কি জিমি I want to get connected to a guy. So I said, fine. Ami Bablo Bangalore teke call korche, the guy must be from Calcutta. She said, no, I want to get connected to a guy in Bangalore. So I asked her, Are, tumi Bangalore teke Kolkata phone korche. And from Kolkata, again you want me to connect you to Bangalore? Okhane to prochur radio stations ache. She said, no, there's a reason. I said, thik ache. I connected to a guy because she liked the guy and she didn't know how to tell him. But radio te kotha hoye gelo. She expressed her affection. The guy also liked her. Mane bondhotto hoye gelo. They knew each other, but they became more than friends thanks to that conversation. Ami bhule gelo. After about 6 to 8 months, she gave me a call. She was working, he was working there. She said, Jimmy, I want to share something with you. Remember, I was the call. I said, of course I remember. She said, just to inform you, last week, our parents, Bangalore, eshe geche. They spoke to his parents. By the way, we got engaged. So I said, I was very happy. So she said, I want to share something more with you. I said, what? You were wondering why I wanted to connect through your show, Bangalore, Calcutta, Bangalore. I said, of course, I'm still wondering. She said the show started in 1996. In 1997, in the month of March, there was a Gujarati gentleman who gave you a call on the show. So I said, I think so. I mean, how will I remember? She said, you know what? That Gujarati gentleman proposed to another lady on your show, Jimmy, and eventually they got married. That was nearly 25 years money at the time. Guess what, Mr. Mahapatra? Those two people who I connected on my show 25, 26 years ago were the parents of this girl. That's why she gave a call and she wanted to get connected to her love of life from the show. And sometimes I find it hard to believe कि आमी और parents के एकजुट निये से छे, and today in some way Direct Dilse was responsible for connecting and making her get connected to someone she loved. So prochur stories actually. In fact, I can write 2 or 3 books with hundreds and hundreds of episodes on how people's lives have changed, how people have helped each other, how things have happened in life. It's all about radio and all about connecting.
Right. We will quickly show the questions from the beginning. I will tell my back-end team all the questions one by one. Let them be recognized. They are taking pain to listen.
Absolutely. And Mr. Mahapatra, I want you to do one thing. I don't know if it's possible. If I can, hi Abhishek, thank you for the lovely words. If I can get these questions, I can maybe personally write to each one of them, answering their questions.
Yes. Please go on showing the questions. Abhishek Ganguly is over, great fan
Hi,
of
Abhishek,
Jimmy.
thank you so much.
Yeah. Next one, love personality, sexy voice. I used to model. Yeah. Apurbo Chakraborty, a stalwart in radio. Good to see. Next one.
Thank you, Apurbo.
সোমনাথ সেনগুপ্ত এখন কেন এফএম চ্যানেলে বাংলা গান বাজানো হয় না?
কি বললে সোমনাথ? আমি একটা কথা বলছি। I don't think you're listening to the right channels. Please listen to 91.9 Friends FM. 50% of the music playing out on the station is Bengali. Please listen to our station.
Next
so
one.
It's important that you must listen to radio. Thank you.
Orijit Banerjee, hey Big B. It's always so very nice to hear this magical voice who has changed the dynamics of radio to a new age media of connecting heart to heart. Every time we catch up, loads of learn from you.
Thank you, Orijit. Thank you for the kind words.
Yeah, next one.
একটাই কথা আমি বলতে চাই। You know, we exist. আমরা এখানে আছি, আমরা পপুলার হচ্ছে থ্যাঙ্কস টু দ্য লিসনার্স। যদি লিসনার্স থাকতো না, আমরা কোথায়ও থাকতো না। That I have to thank everyone. Oh,
Manav Soni, Jimmy sir has worked really hard to bring radio fully digital. His efforts are giving huge success. It helps not only people of Kolkata but also people from other parts of the world to connect with each other. Thank you, Manav. Next one. Let's see what is there in the store. Louis, we are privileged to have Mr. Jimmy on board. We sincerely wish him good health and happiness. May he continue with his mission of touching lives through his melodious voice. I know this gentleman. He is from St. Xavier's placement officer.
Oh, wow. What a small world. I've been a Zavarian all my life.
Yeah. So, Mala Dasgupta, we all know you connect with soul so easily. If you connect with God, what would you say regarding this Mahamari pandemic on behalf of us?
Mala, can I tell you one thing? Thank you for the question. Every day, I just wish, hope, and I pray. ঠিক আছে ভাইরাসটা আমাদের তো অ্যাটাক করেছে I just hope and I pray that that virus disappears. What I'll tell God on behalf of us, I'll tell God, please forgive humankind for all the problems they've created from destroying nature to a large extent, ego trips, jealousy. You know, it's time we rewind and get back to the good old days. And God, give us another chance. Please forgive us and let's get rid of this virus. That's what I would request.
Thank you, Jimmy. And we can have more questions, more things, but everything with such packaging, everything was there in the show. So many audience, so many powerful speeches, motivational talks, and with that, I would request Jimmy to give the last statement to your people whom you connect normally through radio. Through this platform, what we will tell our audience, not in terms of only radio. Anything you want to say to our audience here?
See, there are a couple of things I want to say, and I want to say it in a serious note. We are going through tough times. A lot of us have lost family members. In July last year, I lost my dad to COVID. But life goes on. We must be mentally strong. We must be positive. It works wonders. You know, situations will be there, but our positivity and our mental stability in terms of mental strength will get us through. And another thing I want to tell everybody out there, it's very, very important. You know, just don't do things for the sake of doing it. Don't do things ki okhane prochur taka ache cholo ami ekta career baniye dai. Do things because you love it. Love what you do and do what you love and you'll be successful. And the third thing, it's up to us to make a difference in people's lives, spread the warmth, bring about happiness. I'm not saying change the world. আমরা একটু difference করতে পারে. Even smile every morning to your neighbor. He'll feel so happy. Maybe give a small little packet of biscuits, open it and give it to a poor kid on the streets. Of course, it's pandemic time. You can't do that. But make a difference in people's life. The more happiness you give across, trust me, the more it will come back. And with that, I would really appreciate all the kind words of all the people who are watching. And Mr. Mahapatra, thank you so much for inviting me. It's been such a pleasure. I really wish this would not stop and it could carry on for hours and we could actually speak our hearts out. But as you said, you know, every good thing must come to an end sometime, and look forwarding for new things to come up. But thank you, Mr. Mahapatra, for having me here. Thank you so much.
And with that, we are going to end our show today. And before that, virtually, we will hand over one honor to you. I will request our team to kindly show that honor on screen. And virtually, Jimmy will accept it.
Thank you. Thank you so much. That was so beautiful. You know, I have no words to express. Generally, we talk a lot, but now I have no words to express. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you once again. Thank you once again from Face to Face. And very good show, Soumyajit. It is appreciation for me. Thank you, Mahashweta. And we will try to continue. And with that, thank you to Jimmy Tangree. And thank you to the lovely audience. Please tune on every Wednesday, 7 p.m. for such exciting shows. Good night to everyone. Good night to Jimmy Tangree. Thank you very much.
Take care, stay safe, and God bless. Thank you.
Namaskar. Soumyajit welcomes you to Face Soumyajit. If you like our show, please visit Face Soumyajit, like it and share it. Also, subscribe our YouTube channel, iCommunications. Press the bell icon to get instant notifications.